Hey now, back out in Cartersville today, up here in Red Top Mountain. It's beautiful scenery out here. Nice break to get away from the city, get out in these rural areas. Nothing but trees, mountains. And on this stretch of 75, I see more low boys with specialized loads than anything. Ones with the stingers and multiple axles. Carrying some huge loads. Truck just isn't a truck without one. It's Barrett. Uh-oh, like he's having trouble with his tarp. We've actually cut back deep into here in this hole here. We were at the beginning where this pine straw is, but we worked it back pretty far. Yeah, poor guy, he's been having problems with that truck all morning. Yesterday it broke down, and something was going on with the transmission on it. A nice RD Cornerstone. See a lot of different companies up this way, mostly Trash Taxi, American, and a few others that I've never seen before. Yeah, when we first came, we were right in here. Now we're deep into the hole. Some pretty dirt in here too. Gets on me about that. Like, yeah, the cab is gonna be full of dust, young man. You keep your window down. Yeah, that pretty Georgia red clay right there. This guy is great on this excavator. Smooth operator. I like to get out between loads and stretch my legs so I don't get cramped up. It doesn't take him long to load the trucks up either. It's pretty quick. I don't even have to get out to check the tailgate. He's that good with it. There's Mr. Willie right there. bit of bad news on the Macc. She's down again. When I get some free time, I really got to go through it. Having issues again with the transmission. So I'm thinking I need to replace the entire harness, probably from the shift pad all the way through the cab, beneath the frame, and on top of the transmission. I gotta get the part number off of the transmission serial number and everything and go from there. They finally put a decal on the doors. See how smooth he is with that excavator? Skilled operator. All right, tarp our load. Been knowing that old man right there a long time. Look like his hip is giving him trouble. I know his back does. Yeah, he was one of the guys that trained me on front end. One of the best I've ever seen at it too. This is our fourth load here. Red Top Mountain Road. Take the light, baby. Come on. Regarding the garbage biz, I ended up letting all the contractors go that I was working with. I really want to take some downtime now to really go through that truck and get it A1. It was different when I had the Peterbilt, because I could put one truck down, run the other, and it would be okay. But now with just one truck, you know, best to make sure that it's operating at 100%. Take care of everything that it needs. And when I do come back out with it, I still have my customers, the few that I had. I just take my pickup truck and service those for the time being. But I'm planning on buying some dumpsters and do my own thing, because I feel God is pulling me away from subcontracting. It was cool in the beginning, but you know, like I said before, it goes back to that old song about Papa may have, Mama may have, but God bless the child with his own. So that's the direction I'll be headed. And like I said before, I'm gonna keep my cans small. You know, I may even do 95 gallons. Get that trash lift. That way I can service stops with 95 gallon carts, commercial stops. Do those 2-yard, 3s and 4s, nothing bigger. So, you know, should something happen with the truck, the route won't have to be down. I can just get a trailer, take my pickup and unload them by hand. So that's the plan. Definitely feel that with everything that's going on, it's just a temporary storm. You know, through every test, there's a testimony. So, just another side of business, you know, to show you guys. You gotta have faith in this thing. That's for sure. Get out here, you run hard. In most cases, you try to run smart rather than hard. But it's not easy. I'll put it that way. It doesn't have to be difficult. The road can be hard some days, but it's all about how you know, keep your focus, where you keep your focus. So, we'll definitely be back. Actually, I'm not going anywhere, but the Macc will be back. I put it that way. Because I believe it's something electrical, some kind of shortage in that harness that I'm not seeing, I'm not able to get to. I'm thankful that I'm the size that I am, because man, it's a tight fit for even me, you know, to get up under there, between the drive shaft and the frame, and squeeze, you know, and turn to get angled right to kind of lay over the transmission to check what I can. But from what I see, once I disconnect everything, putting a new harness on shouldn't be that bad. But yep. I gotta agree with one of the comments about the dump truck business. One of the brothers down in Savannah. Forgive me, brother. I forgot your name. I gotta go back and actually reach back out to you too. I know you were saying that you're thinking about moving into the garbage business from dump trucks. You know, it's more stable work. It's not affected by, you know, seasonal factors or whatnot. Like I said, that's the only downside to the dump truck business that I see. You know, depending on who you're hooked up with, as far as your contract work and what you're hauling, you may not be able to go out when it rains or certain other conditions or certain times of the year. Whereas garbage never stops. The only time we didn't go out was when it was icy. You know, outside of that, and even then, I mean, there were certain areas we wouldn't go. Stops that were down steep hills that were known to ice up, whatnot, freeze up. We wouldn't touch those. But anything that was accessible, even if it was icy, we still would go. Unless the alerts that they were sending out for the weather were just too bad, then they would ground us. But outside of that, man, garbage is never ending, pretty much. Just want to tell you, brother, when you do come over, you know, take your time, stay safe. Garbage biz is a different animal. Totally different animal. But I've been in it now for over 2 decades, and once you get garbage in the blood, it's hard to shake it, you know. Have a passion for the trash business. Don't get me wrong, this is cool, but, you know, garbage trucks is where I belong. This here was just a blessing to be able to help somebody out, you know, and make some money in my spare time or downtime. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. So I exit here, 92, State Road Road 92. And both Trash Taxi and Waste Connections yards are over here off of this road. So I get to see a lot of their equipment throughout the day. Nice yellow Peter Skeeter. Eventually I'm gonna put a Jake brake on my Macc. Those MRs sound so good with Jakes too. That's a nice wagon. A friend of mine was trying to tell me the other day he owns his own roll-off trucks. He has 2 of them, but he's a one-man show. I was telling them, because I got real down, I was thinking about just selling my Macc and buying a dump truck. So he was telling me, you know, about reminding me of my passion for front end and whatnot. So I was, you know, I was just quietly listening. And I was telling them that I really have been passionate about trucks, period. I like all trucks, which I do. And I don't think he understands how deep that runs for me. Just being in a big truck or near one, shoot. Yeah. I'm a little kid, for real. I mean, I have a deep passion for front end, don't get me wrong. But just trucks, period. I do have a passion for the trucking industry. It could be tractor trailers, sweeper trucks, whatever. You know, the bigger the better. But he was trying to tell me, nah, don't say that, you know, that you're into all trucks. Because he was pretty much saying God puts you in a lane of your own, which is front end. So I get where he was coming from. But I'm the type, you know, as long as I'm driving a big truck, I'm cool. Big load there. I said, this is like low boy capital here. I didn't personally know him, but there was a driver, fairly young too. He was in his mid-50s over at Pratt, Brother Sam. I used to pass him a lot when I would be in Mableton. His truck actually passed me in one of my in-cab videos one day. He drove one of the Maccs, the later model Maccs that they had with the Howe bodies. But they found Sam dead. So I just wanted to, you know, give a shout out to anybody that knew him over at Pratt and just say rest in peace. You know, my condolences to his family and friends and co-workers over there. Well, I say life is short, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Don't spend time being bitter. Don't hold grudges. Love everybody. You know, that's our one greatest commandment, love. Love as Jesus did us. Not preaching to you guys, just give me a real life fact. One of the realest things I could tell you. Love on one another. They're building this place up. It's a lot of dirt we're bringing in, that's for sure. Supposed to be 3 different businesses. I may have told you guys in another video, it's supposed to be a car wash, I think a convenience station, and something else they're gonna put right here. this truck has a nice feature I'm about to show you guys too. Dirt's a little soft, so I got stuck in it earlier trying to back up. Have to always pay attention to your spotters and keep them in your mirrors. You don't want anything to happen to them. She sounds so good when you throttle it up. That big Cummins is nice. A lot of power up under the hood. Cummins has always made a good engine. I think this is the X15. Go ahead, pull up. And this truck has a vibrator. So with that, it shakes everything out. I don't have to worry about pulling up and backing up and slamming that tailgate too much. Like Kyle said. Oh boy, when he was telling me about some things about the dump truck business, giving me tips. He said some guys will rock the truck so hard it sounds like they're summoning Thor. Yeah. Head on back and grab another load. We'll be back. Alright gang, we are back. Check out this beauty here. That's a beautiful truck. I just passed two of their other trucks. They were red, both Kenworths. One W900L, and the other one was one of the newer model KWs. Gorgeous. So we're done for the day. This is our 14th load. And if I didn't have to stop for diesel, we would have got 15 in. Not a bad day. We'll talk. Oh boy. Yeah, this is crazy. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys can support my buddy up in New Jersey, Big Dan O'Connor. Dan's really liking that new Pete front loader. She's a good looking truck too. who that little company is. I've seen their truck a few times. Yeah, Waste Connections. Like I said, I see their equipment all day long out here. So we go get our paperwork signed, and that's a wrap. Country roads. Well, gang, Friday afternoon, we're having to shut down. The excavator load operator said that he was stopping because the storm's coming. You guys can see. Here with my big bro, Mr. Willie. We just dropped our last load for the day. Got caught in a lot of traffic. Here comes the rain. Drops are in the window now. So we're getting ready to head back in. That's a wrap for today. Did 8 hours. Normally we do about 12. I know you guys saw that lightning. So I'm gonna get off here, put this phone down. We're gonna hit the road, and hope you guys have a safe journey, safe weekend. And if it's God's will, we'll be back next week. Peace and blessings. Love you guys.
Huh?